topic.
I was gonna say I was gonna let you close it out, but I mean, technically, this topic we kind of like simmered over into it because we got to talk about which one is more impressive. And I kind of already know what Tony. I think I know what Tony gonna go with this one because of what he just said about Angel Reese. So with that being said, I'm gonna start with you, Joe. Which one do
Mm,
you think is more impressive?
this is gonna sound crazy, you know what I mean? Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark doing a great job, but it all right. If I'm looking at it like this, okay, my expectations for this player, then I'm going with Angel Reese. But if I look at what they're doing, I'm going to say Caitlin Clark because Angel Reese, although she broke the WNBA double double streak, we're talking like rebounds is more of a hustle stat than a skill stat, if that makes sense, right? Where you talk about scoring and assists, those are more so skill statistics. And Caitlin Clark, she like she is the or you could say the same about Angel Reese. Both of them are playing as the best players on their team, by the way. All right. But Caitlin Clark also in like what she did in that triple double, because that triple double, see, I'm not looking at that as just a triple double, because the triple double was that one game where what Angel Reese was doing was 13 games in a row. So I give her credit for that. But the triple double, who was it against? The moment and all that stuff was huge. And on top of that, you look at the entirety of the season, she leads the WNBA in point score when you combine assists and points. Like she leads a whole she's responsible. Let me say that. She's responsible for the most points of any individual player in the WNBA. That is impressive. That is so impressive. So I would say that I'm more impressive of what Kaylin is doing, but I am highly impressed of what Angel is doing. Just the fact that my expectations for Angel when she came to WNBA.
I'm sorry, Joe. You already know I was gonna go. I'm going with Angel.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
I mean, again, when it comes to offense, we already knew who was the better player on offense of the two because of what Tony just said. We expected Caitlin to do semi great things because, of course, she had to go through her learning curves. But again, a shooter is gonna shoot. Once they find their spot, they can get hot and things can just go their way. Again, some of the passes, and when you talking about the passes and going into a deep analytical, I don't think you really gotta go that far. You could just call Mark. I think he got the video on deck for you. Talking about where their teammates don't want to catch the passes. But when it comes to Angel, what was one of the things that I said on air? I was like, look, she has to get a little bit more physical because again, you can't play that bully ball when you go to the WNBA because these women are going to bully you back. And she had to learn that. One, her low post game. I know Vaughn and them probably gonna kill me for this one, but I said she needs to work on that. She got to put a few more touches on it because again, her game was grab the rebound, bully you, and go back up. Now it has to be a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more finesse because again, you got to be smarter than some of these older players because they vets and almost seen everything. So for her to go out there almost, well, we can say every night now because she done broke the record and get a double double. I know a lot of people in the barbershops want to say she grabbing her own rebounds, but again, it takes a lot for you to even grab your own rebound. You play 33. If you go down bottom with some hungry wolves and you try to go back up for it, somebody's gonna get the ball. So in order for her to go down there and get it herself, it happens that way. So I gotta say, her breaking this record and potentially setting another record is more impressive. Tony,
So I agree. I kind of agree with Joe, right? Kind of agree with Joe, right? Um, and so Caitlin is impressive to me because she's played through what I call the Jordan rules, but or the Caitlin rules, right? And have made her own rules up as it's gone on, right? She's coming and she's adjusted to what's going on. But by far, Angel is probably the more impressive one. And it takes a lot for you to understand what it is and what is needed for you to play in this league and how you and what type of player you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? I think that very early, more than I thought, she's learned the type of player that she is. She has turned into right, and it's the same thing that a great player that most people don't didn't think that was going to turn out to be the way they did, even though he was drafted pretty well, out of Auburn. most people didn't think that this guy was going to be the type of player that he ended up being, right? But I would go on and say that she's learned how to be the Charles Barkley of the WNBA. She's learned how to come in there, and she's like, look, I'm going to put the ball up, and if I miss, I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to put it back up again. If I miss it, I'm going to go get it again, and I'm going to put it back up again. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that she has right now. Like, you know what? Y'all make it's the Jordan in Chicago thing. Remember how Jordan used to come in there and just score and score and score, right? And he looked good, but the rest of the team didn't. That's her. It's amazing because guess what city she's in?
Chicago.
Hold on. What you said? Okay. Hold
You
on.
know,
Explain that
so you
comparison
remember
to me.
so you remember when Jordan
Yeah,
first
I
got
can
there?
understand with Jordan, but equate that to Angel Reese though.
So this is what I mean. She's in the point now where she's like, I'm going to look good even if you guys don't.
Who is not looking good?
That's her. No, they are, and I think
Okay.
And I think they jumped on board. But remember when this
Kenny Carter, yeah, people gotta realize. I know I keep bringing Kenny Carter. Kenny Carter is kind of like resurrecting her career. Like
yes.
her career was going to a down spiral with all these incidents, and had nothing to do with her on court stuff. All the off court stuff, fighting, getting mad at her coach, fighting at the daggone in front of the ice cream truck, all that stuff. But since she's been with Angel Reese matches that energy she got, and it's like Kenny Carter is truly showing everybody how much of a bucket she is.
But isn't that because of
like the Jordan
the player that you just named? It's because of what Angel Reese has started. This team really changed when her mindset was like, I'm going to go do this right here. And you guys need to follow. And you need to follow. And the team has followed. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's even the best player on the team. I don't think she is, right? But she's becoming the best player on that team. Right. And people the mark of the leader.
Might be. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Definitely one of the leaders.
But here's my thing. The mark of a leader, right? The mark of a leader is for your actions to dictate how your team follow you. And that team, her actions have made her the leader of that team because they're following her lead. They're following her energy, her aggressiveness, all those things they're doing. That is an aggressive team. And by next year, I mean, they may do something to make a little bit of noise this year, but I guarantee you by next year, they're going to be a team to reckon with because of her energy. Because she's not going to change. She's going to be that player the whole time because she only knows how to play one way. She knows that be more style of playing, and that's the only way she knows she's going to be doing it. So I really do think that the more impressive one is probably Angel, but right on her coattail is Caitlin.
And I'm coming to tears because she could have been a Mystic, man. It just boggles me so much, man.
What you doing over there?
It just boggles me so much,
man.
I just knew it, man. She would have been the game changer that DC needed. John Wall ain't here no more.
For real, man.
Could have been out John Wall. But we got
in DC too.
Yeah, don't worry about it because we're gonna get that number one pick. They give us that number one pick. They give Caitlin that number one pick. We're gonna have a lot of issues. Oh my goodness, bro! Can I have a moment, guys? They never let me have my moment.
They both said it.
Yeah, never let me have my moment. Sheesh. Anyway, since I can't have my moment, we're gonna give Joe his moment. We all can't be living the dream.